By mistake you are now the 46th President of the United States. What do you do? Fun fact. Donald Trump is not the 45th different man to be the U.S. President. And Obama wasn't the 44th different man either. Grover Cleveland is just one man. But counts as both the 22nd and 24th president. I mean, not counting the times the VP had to be sworn in temporarily while the president was undergoing a medical procedure. Amateurs. Putin. Say no to the position. I'm assuming it's a press conference that I'd have to say it to. And just awkwardly leave the room. Peanut butter. Everywhere. Repeal all gun laws. Anyone who tries to legislate against the Constitution will be considered traitors. No more bailouts for corporations, banks, airlines, etc. Illegally entering the U.S. will result in a return to whatever is their country of origin. Pull out from the Middle East and any other country and keep out of any other country's affairs. UN will be kept out of the U.S. and we will neither interfere or police other countries of the world. I would, however, continue trade. But focus on more American manufactured goods. Legalize the use of marijuana federally. And have police become accountable for any botched police work. Also abolish the ATF. Botched police work? Could you elaborate? There have been a lot of cases where police, SWAT will raid a house but it ends up being the wrong house. Shooting dogs during situations that the dog is only barking. There was a case where an officer forced the owner of the dog to decapitate his dog after the officer shot him, her in order to send the dog to a lab even though they have forensics department do that. Red flag laws without due process. I suppose that is fair. It's just important that this wouldn't be taken too far to a point where police can be prosecuted for just trying to do their job. Get ABB in the oral office. Oral office. The only right answer. It's been done. I'd be a crappy president. Every day I would send out a Google form to ask people if they want certain bills to be passed. I will get all RHE ads in the world to tell the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. I can't. I'm not American. So GTFO before some political enemy exposes me, ha ha ha. Dude, are you dumb? It says in the title by mistake. Being president doesn't mean people can't impeach you. At this point, if you can speak coherently and not PSPPL off, impeaching will do nothing. Look at all the files about the aliens. Resign. Relaunch the FG pandemic response team. Apologize to the world for all the CP the previous guy did. Sanitize the WH. Keep apologizing. And in the history books, your presidency will be referred to as the Great Canadian Invasion. Recognize Kosovo, Liberland, Sealand, Taiwan and Hong Kong as sovereign nations. Enact the Purge. Invade Mexico to make the southern border wall smaller and more cost-effective. Enact plastic money like the Canadians have. But make it smell of cheeseburgers instead of maple syrup. Nuke Slovakia. Have a bear ride with Putin. I'd repent for my sins. It's no mistake. Just divine punishment. Enact Jus Primae Noctis. Is that the one where the king gets to FK people's wives? Haha, yeah. The first thing I thought of was Braveheart, then The Office. Clarify that they actually meant to elect a Canadian as POTUS, and if that was the case, wonder what the heck caused the US to fail so spectacularly at picking its own leader that at least 51% of the American people wrote in some unknown sub-35-year-old small-town center-right Canadian. Oh, how little you know. Presidents haven't got 51% of the vote in a while. Hillary got a few million more votes than Trump, but here we are. Also, from Canada's perspective, Biden is center-right? No? Ah. Right. I only need about 20% of the vote to get in. Lol. As for Biden, I haven't kept too close a watch on what the US presidential race has done as of late. So I don't know. Give it away. Make sure Op is not living. That guy got Trump out. He has some serious power. Rescind the Patriot Act and NDAA. Remove all U.S. troops from nations where they are not wanted and end the drone program. End the war on drugs, including pardoning anyone convicted of a nonviolent drug offense. Push for universal health care and cap-and-trade programs. Prosecute Trump, Bolton, Obama, G.W. Bush, Bill and Hillary Clinton, D.K. Cheney, Paul Wolfowitz, John Kerry, Donald Rumsfeld, Colin Powell and countless others for war crimes. Begin hearings on prosecuting those responsible for the Great Recession. Make March 10th National Blueberry Pancake Day. Dude, you're gonna get whacked before you finish your swearing in. Yeah, I was about to say. Op is on the Assassination Express. My man is on a speed run to see if he gets JFK'd in a year or less. I'd officially recognize sovereignty of Taiwan. Then make the WHO explain why they don't. I'd officially recognize Sealand first. The FK is Sealand? Get rid of the US debt. Holy ST, have you seen how much money we owe? Free ice cream for everyone. Resign. This is my favorite one. Beat Matwa. Username might beat you to it. I'd rally the American people to vote on limiting terms in Congress. I would legalize marijuana. I'd remove income tax. I'd spend more money on stem cell research. I'd dismantle social media and similar platforms entirely, making them illegal. I'd get rid of laws, policies that change with state lines. Gun laws. Insurance. Instead of universal health care at home. I'd try to get every country on the same page for global health care. I'd tighten up our borders and build a wall even along the Canadian border. However, I'd make it much more easy to become a legal citizen in the US with thorough background checks, amongst other things. I'd encourage legal immigration and would only secure the borders for protection of the country from unwarranted guests. I'd go to war with the Mexican government and try to rid the country of corruption, cartels, and help build Mexico's economy and way of life alongside ours. They're our neighbors. Guns are illegal in Mexico. So if the US were to build a wall, it would stop a lot of gun violence. Believe it or not, the wall is going to help Mexico and only damage the United States. If the US were to legalize drugs, Mexico would legalize the making and selling of them. Making it legal. That would make it cheaper for the drug barons who no longer have to sneak it in. And the Gov would start to earn taxes on it. Abolish the Electoral College. Then go to law school. Term limits and salary cap for Congress and Senate. Congress may not have financial investments. Corporations cannot fund political campaigns. Remove troops from all around the globe. Switch to metric system. Universal health care. Tax the rich and big business. And enforce. Raise minimum wage. Make election days national holidays. Introduce online voting. Remove gerrymandering of districts. Prosecute corruption in Congress. Honestly, probably do my best. But for a late night AskReddit. We're going to war with FG Finland. Problem is that the US stores a big portion of its nuclear weaponry in Finnish missile silos. Gentlemen, I am here to say today, as President of the United States of America, that war has never been easy. And never will be easy. Tonight we invade Finland against all odds. Many of you will die. Friends, brothers, sons, fathers. But, ultimately, it is about standing up for a greater cause than yourself. It is about standing up to defend the honor of America as the greatest country on earth. It is about protecting your families from this nuclear terror THST frozen landscape has become. Yes. Tonight. We will fight. And may we live to fight again the day after. And the day after that. Death to FINLAAAAANNNND. Remember the one time the US asked Finland to join their military exercise and Finnish submarines absolutely destroyed with fake Test torpedoes. The Americans. Edit. Sweden. Here's an article. Banned Fortnite. Take a nap. Revoke my American citizenship and just stick with my British one. I quit. Massively increase funding for the space program. And hitch a lift on the second mission to Mars. Ask how the FKA Canadian got voted and then say sorry for my rudeness. Sorry. Find out where the HL all the aliens are. Work on my golf game. Resign. Build a wall. Steal assorted small objects from the Oval Office and then resign and keep them on my desk. Enforce technology right to repair and make lobbying with money illegal. Allow the use of tasers on people not staying at home. Improve the healthcare system. Spend 1/100th of the military funds on healthcare. Build more hospitals. Make all vaccinations mandatory, and those who disobeys without a proper reason could be charged with a crime. And since I ran out of good ideas, have a free pizza hour on Mondays 7 p.m. when everyone is eligible for 3 free pizzas. These comments make it clear that most people have no idea what the president can and cannot do. Get the president's book out of the secret shelf in the library and find all the national treasures. Get a bunch of advisors who are experts in their fields and do exactly what they tell me. Honestly, the president's job is so diverse. No single person could possibly be qualified in every aspect of it, so this is how it should work. Alex Jones. Come the time has. Execute Order 69 inches. Senator Yoda 2019. I'd find a more qualified person. Make everyone glad I'm suddenly president. Bam. You're all retired. Go home and we'll do reverse tax, where we just send you the money. And for homeless people, well, sorry construction workers, you're not done yet. Bam. I want thousands of nice houses built and every homeless person gets one. For free. We have so much money. It's not gonna do anything. I'm totally responsible. And while we're at it, put cordial into the water supply. What do you mean that's a bad idea? Execute Order 66. I do my best to be a president. But probably if I didn't FG care I would raid Russia and plant a bomb in Chernobyl. Poppin' bottles on the White House lawn. Invade Canada and Mexico. Go to war with a random country. Step down. Hide my birth certificate so nobody knows I'm British. Try to remove as much systematic corruption and fix whatever other systematic mistakes I come across. Your mom. Sink the Japanese. We did it twice and IDN well we'll do it again. Open Area 51 for everyone. Clean up that mess. Watch Idiocracy and take notes. Both make the education system better. I am Aussie but thought this is cool, so there will be both tag for Australia and the US and Aus tag for their respective countries. US stricter gun control. My opinion, guns are available way to freely over there, no insult. US, so there's this law in Texas. I think it's Texas at least, where you can't eat or rummage through people's trash without their permission. Really retarded, so yeet that. Aus, there's a lot of racism because we're the most culturally diverse country and some people don't like it. I wouldn't make it illegal but try to reduce at least. I'd like to know how much racism goes on in the US, that's why I am not doing both. So that's leave some thoughts in comments, suggestion, etc. I'd like to hear it. Fix the healthcare. Quit. Hire best cabinet I can. Fill with experts in their field. For example, a career diplomat as Secretary of State. Play songs from Disney live-action musical films like Stick to the Status Quo from High School Musical. Gotta Find You from Camp Rock. Rotten to the Core from Descendants. My Year from Zombies. One World from the Cheetah Girls. One World. Like Me from Teen Beach Movie. and determinate from lemonade mouth. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos.